before the War Council and Tukar, trying to convince the Wild Folk and the Beast Folk to join your efforts across the sea in the upcoming battle against the Empress here about 2 weeks away now, um, 2.5 or so. Uh, you guys have healed the forest, and they are way more inclined to what you have to say, and you have definitely spent some time kind of planting some seeds in their ears before this war council. And it seems like many are coming to, but some seem to be still on the fence. But you convinced a few in your presentations and your what you discussed until you heard a tiny voice from this gigantic mouse behind you. No, this tiny voice from this little mouse coming from behind you, and he continues to say, he continues to say, "I've heard a lot of songs in my time. That's a really fun and colorful one." And goes, "Golly, you guys have all sorts of stories to tell, I'm sure." And he kind of just quietly walks past you with a big smile, and he's just kind of making his way to the center of the room and climbs up on the big kind of stone table near the fire, and just kind of plops himself right between Simba and Tarzan and many of the other, just making himself comfortable right there on the tabletop. I've heard a lot of shouting in my time. Heroes, kings, gods, they all sound the same, and they think they got the truth cornered. Name's Miko, Merlin's last apprentice. Well, if we're being honest, last unpaid intern. I've been listening, and you're all arguing over the wrong thing. Merlin didn't want to destroy the darkness in Chernobog. He wanted balance. And what you guys are proposing is us to go across to defeat the Empress and Dark One. It's all sounding good, but how do you propose to do that and maintain the balance?
It's not up to us to maintain the balance. It's your old master's job. We need to get him to do it.
Oh no. He looks a little disappointed in that response. Merlin has done everything that he has been able to leading up to this moment. I was there each time Chernobog was sealed away, and I saw him wept each time. He didn't do it to win, he did it because he had already lost.
Have you ever seen balance with two opposing things when only one of them is locked away?
Aye. And that's why he has done the things he's done, to make sure that this is the final opportunity to make sure it's done for good.
Wait, how can you say I when this world isn't balanced? It hasn't been the whole time.
You've made allies with people that would never speak with one another. You've united kingdoms that had grown distant, and you have even sought to heal the rift here and learn something about the Empress that is coming down upon us. This is the best I've seen it so far. I've seen it more times than I can count. Sometimes with fire, sometimes with silence. Always ends with a scream. The first time he built the relics, the second time he built heroes. Both times we failed. He sealed Chernobog away because he thought balance could be restored by the next heroes. He left the rest to you because he finally realized that even though there was something he even couldn't calculate, and the equation needed choice. Mortals who hurt, love, forgive, and also lost. He couldn't hand select the next generation of heroes. He couldn't put his hand into your journey that has led you here. You're not his servants. You're his last hope. And if you finish this ritual and reform Amon, the Dark One and Merlin will no longer be more. And Merlin will finally see balance restored.
Yeah. That's sort of the point.
But you said my master didn't care. Or he's not involved. All of this has led up to this.
Look, you've just said it yourself. They both need to be out of here, right? Together as one or separated. Or basically, you can't just lock one in a cage and hope balance is restored that way, right? Merlin and the darkness / Stranabog need to go for balance to be restored. Both of them have to no longer exist.
We're in agreement.
Right. Then what were you asking? That's what we want to do. That's what we have to do.
I was just explaining that my master has not abandoned you.
Sure, but he sort of created a lot of the problem. We've never said he did abandon us. I don't know why are we arguing?
Because I think what is happening is that we're arguing about the reason why people need to help us. And ultimately, you need to help us so then we can end this once and for all by bringing balance.
He smiles. Very astute, Lorna McKinley.
I sort of thought this started because he said we needed to save Merlin when no, we don't. Kind of you do the opposite.
Yeah, we kind of can't have balance without taking away the magic and the bad and the... Yeah. So, what we're saying...
It needs to be done.
It does.
And he's everyone that was kind of on the fences now you just see that everyone in this room has quite a high level of reverence for Miko. They're all listening intently, and anyone that was kind of on the fence is pretty much hanging on every word that Miko is saying and the importance of what you guys are proposing.
So, in the end, we need to take away Chernabog and Merlin at the same time and perform the ritual, which is part of that, to bring Amon back. This is both in and out of character.
I'd preferably not have one of the most powerful wizards in the world fight us on that.
I think he would understand. I think what you're trying to say is she gestures over to
Mika.
I need...
For copyright purposes, Mika.
There it is. Okay, it's the tiniest little piece of text that was hidden. Gesture over to Miko is that I think Merlin understands what needs to be done. In a sense.
This is his intent this entire time.
So he knows that he's going to die.
He knows it's what needs to happen. I wouldn't say he's looking forward to it, but he's, as you said, you can only prison the darkness for so long, but it's not really a cage. It's like a heartbeat, and life is going to find a way to kind of break through.
Mm-hmm. So, with that cleared about what we need to do, she's looking to the rest of everybody there. Do you have your word that you'll be helping us?
They all kind of look around the room, discussing amongst themselves just ever so briefly before they all kind of collect and look back at you all and say, "You will have our aid in the war ahead. You will travel across the sea and meet the Empress and her legions, and see what we can do." Um, get you the details of how that's going to impact um, your war strategies and stuff like that. But Simba and Tarzan promised that they'll send some of their strongest warriors. As you guys discussed before, some of their beast folk are worth 10 men in a front, physical combat, and they'll come across and they'll fight along the side of you all. They'll also bring shamans as well as commit some shamans and druids to the cause as well, to lend hands with healing and things like that. And just above board, I'm trying to make a compiled list of all your different allies and how they can and what they kind of bring to the battlefield. So don't feel like you have to track everything. I'm trying to figure out how that's all going to work just for your list of knowledge. But anyways, so they promised that Simba and Tarzan both promised that they're going to aid in the efforts across the sea.
Okay.
Nico says, "Good. I'm glad we're done discussing it. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to work with the five of you."
Sure.
Absolutely.
Miko just sits there. He doesn't even move from his seat. Mind you that primarily this is Simba and Tarzan's room, and everyone kind of stands up for their tables, and not even begrudgingly, there's no qualms about it, but they all start to leave the room, leaving you and Miko alone in the room.
Laura's just sitting there waiting for everybody to leave.
So, as everyone parts, I've already told you what Marlin's intent and what he's always wanted Amon to do. But this has always been his plan, is to restore Amon. He just never thought anyone would be brave enough to try. And I'm glad you guys came along to prove us wrong. And it looks like we get to write the ending to the story that the wizard wanted to hold all along. I sense that you guys, that you have, or I've been sensing the relics being awoken one by one. And I sense now all have been collected, but I don't sense all that are with you. Has the Dark Disciples and the Empress got a hold of one of the sets?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And why don't you wield one of these sets? Any kind of notions over at you, Salim? And he's like, "You seem fully apt and capable. Talos seems to like, seems to like you. You guys should be a good fit. You're, Talos is pretty cunning and crafty and magical."
Yeah, mine's the one that got taken by the dark forces.
But I can tell you have the yellow key, the yellow relics on you right now. And he kind of gestures to you to kind of show your yellow keys.
Yeah, it's our understanding that these were broken by, can't remember his name. Yeah, shattered them. What was his name?
I don't think, no, you didn't shatter them. That was That was Civius. When
Civius.
Protus shattered. Yeah, and he shattered the realm and let the huge rifts kind of bleed through the planes. You're thinking. So the keys got damaged because during the ritual, you guys try to use them with not a bear, in using them. So as you kind of reveal them, though, Miko kind of looks over them, and he's kind of gazing at them long, and he goes, "I ain't seen one of these hurt this bad since the first cycle." He kind of mutters under his breath, but they remember each other. They always do. He kind of extends his hands over the relic and starts to hum. It's some kind of weird melody and note that seems to cause some vibration. You start to feel the glow of you start to see the yellow glow in these relics on the table start to faintly glow a little brighter and then go back to dim light. And then kind of repeat that flickering off and on as he's waving his hands. And then he eventually looks to each of you to present your relics. So basically dematerialize them back into their key form. Does anyone protest, or does everyone do so?
Yeah, we do.
All right. As you guys, create them back into their key form, you then see, you start to see the magical energy start to spin and swirl from the keys and across the room and over the table. And eventually you start to see the silhouette in their kind of green sparkling aura in their form of your various followers that are within the keys themselves. You see Ristel, not Solana, I'm sorry, she's not here right now. Alio, Kalok, and oh my gosh, I'm forgetting all their names. Alio, Zoran, Talos, Kalok, and Ristel. As they start to materialize around the table, each of the colors kind of spinning around, and the yellow of the relic key is getting brighter and brighter as he continues to hum this melody. And eventually, he says out in a very soft voice, "You all carried their burdens long enough. Just a little more. We'll mend the world that's broke. And I promise you, we'll mend the world that's broke." At this point, he kind of looks to each of you for some kind of assistance in this ritual. You may do this in various ways, but most practical ways is Arcana or some kind of religion check. I'll even take Constitution to kind of maintain connection and concentration with your relic and the energy that's kind of crossing across the table, and feeling these damaged yellow relics.
Yeah, Lorna will try and help in Constitution, maintaining it.
Sure, go for it.
Just a con check.
Yep, just a con check. All right, Celine 7, religion 11, Lorna 25. Okay. It looks like the lights are starting to get brighter, but Callie, Celine, you guys seem to not be. Oh wait, we need to roll for Skyward real quick. And it can be Arcana, Religion, or Constitution.
He's gotta go Constitution. Oh,
okay.
God.
That's about right.
This a ability check?
This is just a ability check, yes.
So mine would be a 15. because I have reliable talent. Automatic 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't an ability, or no, it's not a Constitution check. It's a flat
Yeah.
Constitution check. Is
Constitution
that an ability
check is an ability check.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So
Oh,
then
mine would be a 15.
Okay. All right. Well then, the three of you, the other two scrubs. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Wow.
it's hit or miss. As you guys continue to contribute and focus on the melody, you in tune start to kind of hum along as you kind of picked up the melody after watching Miko perform this ritual for a little bit. The lights start to swirl faster, forming rings that kind of rise in the air. The relics themselves start to float and levitate off the table and spin a little bit. And eventually the yellow of the relics just starts to shine like a radiant sun, almost blinding the room. It's bleeding out of the hut. Everyone around and down and Tukar is seeing this literal sun light coming out of the hut where everyone was just gathered. And eventually you see as your vision comes back to you and the flash is no longer burning your retinas, you see kind of come into focus the two keys laying on the table and glowing a radiant yellow. Let me see here, one more thing. Yeah, you just see it glowing this brilliant yellow on the table now. Miko will then kind of collapse to one knee and look up at the group a little bit and say, well, that took a few centuries off me, but it's a good thing I guess I stopped counting sometime along the way. Because the path's now open. When the last relic stands ready, I can take you to the Veil itself. Straight to where Merlin waits and where the Dark One dreams. And he kind of gestures. You don't longer see no figures, and as you guys kind of feel your keys for a moment, they all feel a little cold to the touch, and don't seem like they're rematerializing into your previous equipment. Miko kind of speaks up as I imagine because see some kind of confusion upon some of your faces as this doesn't happen. And he says, don't worry. It'll come back. They're going to have to recover a little bit themselves. They were just much as part of the ritual as you were.
Right.
We'll be back soon. Maybe 5-7 days. No more than a week tops.
Well, it's good thing we still have time then.
Yes, Liam, that is the melody he's humming. Dun dun dun. All right.
You know
yeah.
you're a parent when you know the theme song.
Oh, we were down with
Yes,
Mickey
like
Mouse,
I think they were
Clubhouse.
kids at that point. Yeah.
Nope, never listened.
Our kids were definitely Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
What's sad is I was referring to the 1950s.
Oh, as soon as I started saying that, and then I'm like, I wonder actually if because I looked, I'm like, you didn't say Clubhouse, you said Club Song.
Right,
So-
Mickey Mouse Club, MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse.
Oh wait,
Mickey
wasn't
Mouse.
that-
Yep.
didn't
Yeah.
they revitalize that in like the early '90s? No, like '80s. It's like wasn't there where like Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera were on it like, before they became like pop stars?
This was back in the 50s. Yes, that was in the 80s.
Yeah, it was
There
still
was
the
a-
club
yeah, there
because
was still
Clubhouse
a-
is now the cartoon.
Right.
Which I'm sad I know
That's
that.
the one
but-
that my granddaughter watches.
Yep.
Different than my kids watched. Different than I watched.
Now that we're done with that history.
Wow.
so
Sorry.
Yeah.
Segue into the game.
So the key is warm to your touch though, Celine. But in similar fashion, doesn't seem like it's immediately materializing. Um, yeah, I'm sure it will be back to normal in no time, as Miko kind of just described. Well, it sounds like you got plenty, lots to do before now and the next 2.5 weeks. I'll meet you in Madeira. I know how to get there. I've been there a time or two, many.
We look forward to seeing you there. And,
And he just gives a kind of jolly smile and hops off the table now and starts walking right past you as if this wasn't some amazing ritual that just happened.
yeah.
It's another day in the office for him. He starts to just walk himself out and
Okay.
enjoying himself. As you guys are alone in this room, what would you guys like to do? Or discuss?
Kind of naked without these on.
Yeah.
My forearm seems so bare. I don't know what to do.
I also feel like we somehow just got lectured by a mouse who's been an apprentice for centuries.
Yeah. So,
I'm just
Cute.
happy there was somebody shorter than me.
fair point. Yeah. Is that like the first time you've ever seen anybody shorter than you?
Pretty much.
Sucks. We need to find more short people for you.
You know, it's really not all about height.
It's what you do with it.
It's not wrong.
True. So, now that
Honestly.
that's... Hmm?
Now I realizes how jealous they are of the height.
Yeah, Laura's like, meh. She got the tall genes in the family. Right.
Well, is there anything else you guys would like to do while in Tukar? Or do you guys want to get some rest and head out on Argo to Grey Coast next?
I think Lorna's good. I don't know if Skybor wanted to go back, but maybe we can retroactively say if he wanted to go back, we went back.
Yeah, I didn't get an impression if he wanted to roleplay that or just do a message back or not. I don't remember where we landed on that.
Yeah, we'll just make note that we could have taken a day or two to go back.
With your tree teleportation, it would be no problem.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
stop in real quick. All right. Well, as you guys kind of wrap up the evening with discussions of what has transpired over the past couple days, you all settle in for a nice, restful evening under shelter and decent beds, full bellies, and warm fires, and you have a wonderful night's sleep, all of you. Everyone gets the long rest, and as you guys prepare for the day, grabbing some more supplies that some of the locals have, given to you free of charge, such as food and other things to keep aboard Argo. Just general supplies. You guys are prepared to start making way to Grey Coast. The ship Argo kind of levitates out of the canopy, the green canopy, and you see the sea of green below you and the sea to the north as you start to fly that direction. It's gonna take you. Let me move back to the world map. So I think you're pretty dang close to Grey Coast. I don't think it's not gonna be that long of a trip. Oh no, not at all. I would say you guys could probably get there by evening, since you're leaving in the morning.
Best
So
time to get there. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if that's even too late. We'll say 6 p.m. All
Yes,
right.
because we track time.
Yep.
Yep.
You know,
Totally.
timeline and
Look
all
at the
that.
sun, have a whole sundial mast.
Oh yeah.
It's a Greek ship, why not?
Yeah.
And as you guys approach the coastal city of Olympia, you see the stronghold and the other architecture that you guys saw last time you. Well, no, I'm sorry, you guys were never actually in Olympia. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting
the
you guys were
time we've
Mount
never
Olympus. So this is the first time you guys are actually seeing Olympia because you guys went to Mount Olympus. So anyways, oh, 1 second. Sorry, I might have to take a quick second. The kids need me for something. But yes, the stronghold city, the Olympian architecture, very Greek Roman style pillars and massive temples and buildings that kind of decorate the landscaping. You see plenty of sea vessels and triremes. I think that's how you say that ship's name. Kind of coming into port and sailing around in the bay or the Gulf area. And oops, what am I doing? As you guys kind of descend down, the sea kind of glows as you round the cliffs of Olympia. And as you approach, as your ship flies down and stuff, you hear a horn blaring into the air. But it's not a horn of alarm. It definitely has a little revelry in it, and it seems like it's more of a salute to Garuda arriving to Olympia. As you guys kind of descend in what would... Oh, one moment. And then... I see. And then... Sorry. I'm trying to do two things at once. Flies
Go do
down...
the other thing.
You know, I'll be right back. Just give me 1 minute.
Go.
Yeah. So what are we doing here?
So, like, when I mentioned Krakos, I really just needed to, like, make sure the cleric and paladins were okay, and then it turned into this. So,
Heck yeah. Try and recruit him? Maybe?
I mean, they were probably coming anyway, but yeah.
True. You know, just as a courtesy, we can ask them, being like, hey, we know you
I mean,
probably are.
It's like it's a city that's designed for this. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. They're yawning. We don't need that. Not right now. Nope. Just stay awake. Can you guys believe this is coming to an end? This is
No.
nuts. Like 7+ years.
Mm-hmm.
215 episodes.
It's almost kind of a perfect number, really.
Yep.
I mean, we could go rogue and drag it out.
I mean, we could. I feel
It's
like,
like, cool, let's go visit the plains.
Yeah.
We need to go check on the Underdark.
Yeah. You know, we never really went to Franzan, even though Anika died. Like,
Don't do that.
Yep.
If
there are
Lor-
countries we haven't been to yet.
God. If Lorna survives this, she's absolutely going there and bringing Anika's stuff back. Just
You're sitting on like a pile of bones. She's like, oh, you're back.
You didn't come find us? How dare
Didn't leave.
Don't
Couldn't leave, but I could make it hell here.
I mean, true. True.
Isn't it just like her soul is like stuck somewhere?
Basically.
Yeah.
She got out the first time, didn't happen the second time.
Yeah. Sad. I feel like we're gonna get to like 220. That'll make me very happy as an even number.
It
But
would.
that's 5 episodes, so I don't know.
So drag it out to 221 to fuck with your OCD.
I swear, if you do, I will find you out.
Message Nick right now.
I was planning for 222.
Oh, don't do that, because I would love that.
I don't know if we can drag out a wedding and a battle into 7 episodes.
I'm gonna keep healing the final boss.
I mean, that would probably bring it into next year, because if we want to go to 222, that ends up on the 23rd of December.
Yeah, but Nick normally shuts it down for December.
I know, but I
Mhm.
think he was thinking about going a bit longer into December,
I-
so then we can finish it out this year.
I'd be on airplane
True.
on the 23rd. Not happening.
I don't know where I'm gonna be.
Oh.
Hello. Oh shit. No, actually I can. I'll make it work.
What
I just
missed?
realized I'm in the US in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tennessee.
cool. Tennessee? Where are you
Yep.
going to Tennessee?
My bestie's down there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Smoky Mountains? Nashville?
Knoxville.
Knoxville?
Smoky
Okay.
Mountains.
Yeah. Right by Tyson McGee, actually.
Good luck in the volunteer state.
Yay.
That's just what they go. That's their just
That's
their
just
we're,
the
like their thing.
mascot
we're-
of their college is the
Oh.
volunteers.
I have
Yeah, I
no
don't-
idea.
It also may actually be the volunteer state. I don't know what their motto is.
I don't either. All right. As your ship descends kind of in the dock master area, you kind of make your own landing. They don't have a whole lot of flying ships here, but your ship has gained renown. They know or the people of Olympia definitely know the ship of Argos, and they definitely know that it's been gifted to one of the daughters of Aphrodite. And as everyone kind of clears the way as you guys land up on the dock, you hear people, the dock master kind of crying out to you, "The flame of Olympus has returned!" And people that have kind of started to gather start to cheer. Some of them are calling out each of your names individually. It sounds like the tales of your accolades and achievements have reached far and wide across Fantasia. It's almost as if a procession immediately forms automatically, where people are going to florists and grabbing flowers, throwing petals, anything of celebration into the streets as they kind of clear the way for the large marble steps that kind of head further into Olympia. You know this is kind of leads you to the main proper area, Callie, which then kind of branches out to different parts of Olympia, but this is like the main gateway into like the hub of the city. As you guys kind of
sort of-
climb the city. Oh, go ahead. No,
As
go ahead.
we're greeted with all the flowers, Callie just kind of laughs to herself. Just, I don't really know why I thought we needed to come and tell them we needed their help. Gods are insufferable gossips.
The attention is a lot.
So
It's fine. We got
this
this.
is the beginning, Dom. Oh, just you wait.
Oh, great.
But everybody's really good at drinking.
Now that I can get behind.
I figured. Demigod probably awaits.
as you guys continue to climb to the city's heart, you walk past these carved giant statues that kind of line the way. Heroes of old, and now walks living legends Karuda as you guys climb the stairs. Top, you see soldiers and citizens kind of cheering and plotting your arrival. But then you start to see some of them start to look at some of your siblings starting to come down to this central area. It seems as if your arrival has gotten quite the commotion. Second here. Where the hell is my thing here? Alright. I lost a section. That's okay. I know. Alright, so as you start to recognize some of your sisters descending down the stairs, I'll go ahead and put this on the screen. You recognize Thalia, daughter of Athena, start to descend the stairs. You also see your sister Nerissa, daughter of Poseidon, start to come down the stairs. Player token. Lysander, son of Apollo. I'm sorry. Son of Hermes. Coming down, as well as actually, that's all you'll see right for now.
Yeah, Hermes made more sense.
He likes Thalia and Nerissa. They're a little bit more reserved than Lysander as he comes to the stairs. He kind of greets you with a half smile. Thalia, it's not cold. It's just they're just not very expressive. You see Thalia kind of crossing her arms and just kind of observing quietly as everyone else as Lysander kind of speaks up first. She goes, "Oh, great! She returns, and now everyone has to work twice as hard." Welcome home, Callie.
Took you twice as much work to organize this? For you.
It wasn't very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's good to see you.
good to see you, Callie. As Nerissa starts to speak up, but Callie, Storm, you do tend to bring storms wherever you go. What waves do you bring with you to our shores?
Well, the coming giant apocalyptic war. Although, to be fair, I didn't bring them. I'm just really good at following them.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of, yeah. Kind of got your sister involved in all that, and... Hi. I'm Lorna.
She nods and waves at you. Hello, Nerissa. And then she won't reach out or try to physically touch you at all, but she just kind of addresses you politely. Thalia does the same, false kind of same line. Well, Nerissa, we can't give them too much. They were able to do what we could not. But we can now breathe again once these lands. These lands. You must have destroyed Nidell. I hope.
Dead in the door now.
Well, that would make sense why Hercules' strength is starting to come back. Not quite the same. He's Still trying to be the same as he was before. Damon and him are training some of the new soldiers right now.
Is this still column standing? Or is he continuing to try to lift those?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, Callie. What?
Is still columns standing, or is he still trying to lift those and swing them like a bat?
He's not swinging columns anymore currently, but he's trying to teach the soldiers how to fight and give it their all. Damon's been a lot of help, but you know, Damon's a little bit of a hothead and not really much of a teacher.
No, he's not. Fun to mess with, though.
Well, Lysander says, "You come bringing news about what's happening?" And Thalia kind of cuts him off and says, "I said, I'm sure we'll get to all that in due time. Perhaps this evening, I imagine.
Of course.
Hercules will definitely be intent on hearing what news you have to share. And it's probably best that he hears it first, before we all discuss and share our opinions on the matter."
Right, opinions. Oh, then are you going to lead us in, or are we just making a show for the people? She turns around and waves.
Well, where would you like to go? We can take you to see Hercules and Damon, or take you to the Grand Hall and wait for their audience later.
Wow. Turn to the other four behind me. Would you rather eat and mingle until Hercules and the famed Damon come, or do you want to go see him fight?
Lorna looks at you with a, "Do you have to ask?"
Assuming Kronos has a similar face. To the demigod it is. And I'll start walking where probably it is.
You do, and your sisters and brother kind of follow you behind. As you guys make your way to the training fields, and you'll see Hercules in the middle going at it with 5 soldiers. It's 5 versus 1. It does to maybe normal witnesses, this would be a testament to his strength, that he's taken on 5 large, men that are a little bit more armored, a little bit more geared. He's pretty much bare-breasted like that, with his lion's kind of main cloak on his back, and he's going to work on these. You, Callie, on the other hand, know that this is just a shell of what he used to be. He's still obviously physical and strong, but that titanic power that you witnessed in your days doesn't seem to be on display right now in the fields. You hear the clang of bronze and all the different shields and swords as the other training pits kind of go about. And after the last kind of man falls to Hercules' strength, and the dust kind of settles, he wipes a little bit of sweat from his brow, looks around at some of the soldiers that are still training, and those that are in line to practice their techniques, but not before kind of glancing up at your guys' direction, seeing a lot of you all kind of standing at the top of the stairs leading into the training pits. He starts to kind of walk up to you all, and he seems to have this, or he has this large smile that he's kind of beaming at you, Callie, as he sees you. And he kind of, as he gets to the stairs, he kind of raises his large arms open wide, and he says, "I thought Olympus forgot us, but it seems they sent you back to us, little sister."
course they did. You're a little too large to forget, huh? And I'll hug him.
He just kind of laughs. Well, I'm feeling a little bit better day by day, but the men's morale has gotten had a huge boost in recent news. Everyone's waiting for war, and everyone's preparing. Some are a little more eager than others, as he's pointing to another pit where you see your brother Damon, son of Ares, training with a few of the soldiers, and it's less training as much as beating, just having fun beating them up. Hercules just kind of looks over and says, he kind of loses the point of teaching them how to kind of perfect their form.
At least someone remembered he had a wooden sword this time instead of a real one.
Well, it's only fair when demigods are fighting and training mortals.
You would hope.
Indeed. Have you come to bring us good news, I hope? Sure could use some of your people's talents like yours to teach my men a thing or two while you are here.
I'm sure you would have no shortage of teachers if you needed. But yeah, basically meeting point and a date. War's coming. We get to fight in it. Because if we don't, all of everything goes poof.
War was inevitable. We knew this was coming. I'm glad your group has done the work to give us somewhat of a chance. Give me an insight check, please, Callie. Well, actually, anyone would like to insight check him as he's speaking to you all.
Sure, Skybor will. God damn it, Sky! You had an 11.
Man, you really are rolling like him.
Hold on, it's just gonna make it worse if Lorna gets better. What, insight?
Yep.
God! I'm sorry, Howard. I'm so sorry.
She's really playing in character for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Callie, he is exuding confidence and eagerness, or maybe not eagerness, but resolve to go to war. But for a brief moment, you catch something other than confidence in his eyes. But then it quickly kind of disappears. And as you kind of scope out the rest of the group and your sisters and brothers, it doesn't seem like anyone else has noticed what you have noticed. Well, we'll definitely need the training as much as we can to get ready for this upcoming war. We can use your help right now if you guys have the time.
Of
Not,
course.
yeah, not a whole lot, but you know.
We've got the evening and the night.
And
Yeah,
well,
maybe
maybe
tonight,
a day
but-
or so. Got time.
Valia kind of looks over at the rest of you. Well, I'm going to go train some of the newer recruits. I'd love someone else's opinion on where they can improve and where, another person's perspective on the matter.
Lorna looks
She kind of
around.
looks at
Cronus?
Hercules. Will kind of speak up. Callie, you come with me. I could use your help to whip a few of these boys into shape.
I had that same thought. Also, she will turn to Cronus and Lorna. Whichever one of you does not go with Thalia, whoever beats up Damon or embarrasses him, I will give 100 gold.
Hey, Damon.
He's not quite here in your immediate vicinity, but you could easily go find him.
Just remember, His father's technically the god of war, just not the smart one.
And I'm Lorna McKinley.
Just letting you know.
We got this. Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Cronus, I need a pep talk.
Man, you don't sound too confident here.
I did say either of you.
No, it's gonna be worse if he gets beaten by a girl. So, let's do it. Fuck it.
I mean, honestly, it'd probably be worse if you got beaten by Sunny or Skyboard too.
Ooh.
That would never be not talked about.
That is so true. Do you want to have a go,
And
Celine?
you could even shift it into it's perfect for war training. Expect the unexpected, yeah?
I vote for Salim. I want to see this.
Yeah.
Right, so Salim and
Hey, thanks, guys.
Just remember,
Bill.
don't let him hit you and be tricky.
I'm still holding a grudge over the whole situation before when you're like, it's probably not that big of a deal.
Okay, so Nerissa will kind of speak up and say, I could use some help teaching some of the more casters with some of their abilities. Any of you know any kind of druidic or magic that you would bear some time with?
I feel like Skyper just like looks at himself, looks at her, looks at himself, looks at her. Yeah, sure.
You come with me. And she grabs Skyboard and has him follow her to help teach some of the casting, the casters in the training
He's looking
fields.
back like, save me, please.
She's not the one you need to be worried about. You're fine.
Well, you guys. Thalia grabs you, Lorna, and Cronus. Come with me. Sounds like your friends have already spoken for you too. Salim, do you want to come as well? She's not saying that. I'm saying that above table. Are you coming as well?
Sure.
You also don't necessarily have to fight Damon. You and Lysander would get along well. But, just saying. Anybody embarrasses him, I am here for it.
And you don't have to fight him, Salim, if you don't want to.
Can I fight Nerissa?
You have a better chance of beating Damon. And I say that as their sister. I don't even want to fight her.
Well, I was going to surrender.
Oh. Oh.
Honestly, I'd save that for tonight, but yeah.
Sure. Sure, I'll go along.
All right. As you guys
We
kind
have
of
enough
approach,
healers here.
Plenty. Just remember, hydration's important.
as you guys make your way over to some of the soldiers getting trained, you see them kind of trying to practice their moves and stuff. Does anybody want to try to guide or help them at all?
Oh, yeah. Lorna will go in and pull out one of her javelins and just kind of like shuffle their feet, be in the proper stance. Poke them on the back, like move this arm up, turn this way. Yes.
All right. As you spend some time with them, go ahead and let's do. Look at your. Let me see what abilities again, real quick. Makes the most sense. Do this. Okay. As you start to train and help them adjust their posture, their stance, their footwork, and using some of these weapons, one of the students kind of volunteers to kind of practice what he's just been working with you over the past 10 minutes or so, and he wants to kind of spar with you one-on-one. Nothing lethal. This is just friendly sparring. Go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Cool. She won't rage to be nice. 26?
Still pick the
Alright.
kid up with one hand.
His form is good, is clean. He's picked up some of what you've taught him already, but he's still not at master level like you. And as you see him kind of go to strike, you sidestep him and quickly kind of hit him on the rear with your weapon non-lethally. More and more students continue to want to practice in this way. Cronus or Saleem, anything you guys want to do while Cronus practicing with these? Actually, Saleem, give me a perception check, please. Okay, 14. All right, with the 14, you'll notice that Lysander has moved closer to Thalia, and as Cronus and Lorna are fighting on that, you see him kind of lean over and whisper something into Thalia's ear. But it's non-audible to you from where you're standing. Cronus, did you want to do anything here?
Is Damon around here somewhere?
You do see Damon actually in the field just to the right, just over. He's still kind of walloping and not doing a lot of training on some. You see him kind of this red leather and torn armor, bare-chested with and two kind of wooden swords, as Callie kind of mentioned earlier, kind of going at it with some of the various soldiers in training. Actually, let's see. Callie's not there, so he would not necessarily know who you guys are. So you would most like talk to Thalia to introduce you if that's something you would like to do.
I'm just gonna walk up.
I was like, yeah, Cronus is gonna wait for someone to introduce him.
As you kind of jump over what little rail is there and move yourself into position and with the other soldiers training, you clearly are not dressed or looking like any of the other soldiers here. You're the only dragonborn seen since you've been here. As Damon is kind of, letting the soldiers take turns, kind of come into the fray or something. He locks eyes with you. It's kind of hard to miss a dragonborn. He goes, well, who's our new guest here? He goes, maybe you want to show this lot how it's really done. Come on, I'll take it easy on you.
Will crack my knuckles and say, if you take it too easy, you will die.
Oh, this is just this is just sparring. But if we get carried away, it happens from time to time. And he has a little smirk on his face when he says that. Well, are you ready? Or are you waiting for an invitation as he kind of gets into his pose?
Yep, I will go ahead and do the same, and I will calmly enter my rage.
Yes.
I don't think you can calmly enter a rage.
It's the
And I would say
silent
because
anger.
this is sparring without the intent to kill, I'm going to say no rage, no abilities, no lethal weapons.
And I don't have a weapon right now anyways, it's stuck in a
He is the
keyboard.
weapon.
Well, technically, your hands are lethal weapons, so...
So what's he supposed to do? Spit at him?
Well, if you would like
Oh,
to
no,
start,
even that's
if you want to
lethal for
attack
him.
first, give me an athletics or acrobats check here, Cronus.
Oof.
Okay. As he kind of dashes forward, it is a little bit unique to kind of get caught off guard, Cronus, being how quick and alert you are. It is starting to kind of resonate with you that these are demigods and not mere mortals. Kind of kind of celestial beings similar to Callie. Um, but it's not. He doesn't like make a fool. He basically moves past you, makes a quick blow with one of his swords on one of your arms. Before you kind of get your bearings, turn around, and stop him from trying to make another attack with his other weapon. What would you like to do next?
I will turn and smile from this,
Okay.
and I am going to prepare my dodge and then attack the next time he comes in.
Okay. So you're preparing your dodge when he comes in, then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do one more athletics or acrobatics with advantage for you. All right. He feels like he's got a good shot, and you tell his swing is coming in almost like a haymaker to kind of clock you in the ribs. What would you like to do in response to that?
That's that punch him in the back of the head.
All right. So you completely dodged the weapon attack that was aimed for your torso. Almost in the blink of an eye, you are behind, or at least to the side of Damon, missing the attack altogether and striking him in the face or the head. He kind of reels for a moment, grabbing his head. Actually, let me do a Constitution saving throw real quick. How hard did you hit him with a critical? I would say he has to roll pretty good with a critical. Let's see. Let's get back up. He does maintain his balance and stance, but he is definitely staggering for a few moments on his feet before he kind of resets. Because he's staggering, I will give you a chance to follow up if you'd like.
Okay, I will grapple and try to pick him up and slam him.
Go ahead with advantage. He's kind of staggering, can't really keep it too great going on right now. He does try to fight you off, even though he's not completely, gathered himself. But you do overcome his struggle and lift him up and throw him. Is there anything else you'd like to finish this sparring match with?
I will. I guess I'll like mount over top him and kind of just like raise my fist up and hold it there, and kind of signal that I could hit him again if I needed to.
He has a little bit of blood actually coming from his mouth, just a little bit. It's not coming out like buckets or anything, but definitely he definitely took a few good hits during that sparring match. He looks up at you and he says, well, that's pretty impressive. What's your name, Dragonborn? As he kind of pulls himself to his feet eventually.
So I will place my hand on his shoulder and cast Healing Hands to give him a little bit.
Okay.
And then my name is Cronus.
Cronus. From Karuda, Cronus?
Yep.
At this point, while this is going on, actually no, let's keep this for a moment longer. Then you must have finally brought my sister back. Where is she? As he starts to kind of look around, he can't really see her in the immediate area. This is good news. You come with news of war. When can we head out? When is it happening?
I mean, you might want to calm down a little bit. There's going to be a lot of people dying, so it's not something to just be super stoked to get into.
Dying in war is the best way. It's the best way to go.
I don't mind dying for my cause. I just don't want to.
At this point, I mean, the soldiers that Damon was just previously walloping on, off and on, are kind of like taken aback at this current moment. It kind of has a ripple effect, honestly, across the training fields, as even the soldiers that you've been working and practicing with, Lorna, start to get distracted and not paying as closely as attention to what you've been kind of showing them during this time. Salim, you will be kind of alone with Thalia and Lysander, as Lysander speaks a little bit more openly than just the three of you, and he goes, "Well, it seems like Cronus has caused made an impression on Damon." And Thalia kind of smiles and nods back. She goes, "Have you heard any more news about your scouts from the borders?" And she kind of whispers, looks around, notices you're still there, Salim, and kind of whispers a little more quietly to her. Give me a perception check, though.
And that's a
It's-
14.
It sounds like he briefly responds, and it sounds like it must have been short and to the point, as in, maybe we shouldn't discuss this right here, right now. Is there anything you would like to do?
Yes, I'm gonna walk over and say, Damon, how about trying to spar with me? I need some help. Some training.
You're gonna walk over to Damon to ask for
Yeah.
sparring?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the
He's
heck?
talking to Cronus, and he hears his voice, and he looks around, and then finally looks down to see where the voice is coming from. He goes, "Are you sure that's what you want, little fella?"
Yeah, I think I can handle it. So, above table, there's no equipment? Or,
It's not really like you're not using abilities or anything like that. Like, to a certain extent, like if you want to get creative, that's fine. I'm not going to do stunning strike, sneak attack damage, stuff like that. This is more
No, but
ability
like-
check versus ability check.
like I have those bags of that powder of fear and sleep and all that stuff, and if I can palm one of those.
That would be probably very frowned upon.
Okay. I'll just go with my natural abilities.
Damon,
I say yes.
He kind of, well, if you're a friend of Cronus, then by all means, I'm happy to, I guess, oblige. And he kind of goes over and gets into position, but he doesn't have the same guard up or defense that he had up when he was sparring with Cronus. It's a little bit disrespectful, but you will get advantage on your first ability check.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me.
So I
athletics.
go over and I pull out a. How far away are we?
I mean, to start off, you're probably getting
10
at least
feet?
10 feet apart.
10
before-
feet?
Yeah.
I'll go over if I'm within 10 feet. I'll pull out a blindfold and blindfold myself. And then get in position.
Okay, you not have the advantage at this point. You'll have straight rolls at the first one.
Well, starting at 14th level, I have blind sense. If I'm able to hear, am aware of location of any hidden creature within 10 feet of me. So would that count?
You have, what do you have? You have blind sight or blind sense? Like, what is the ability that gives you
Blind
blind
sense. Let me. There you go.
All right, blind sense. Starting at 14 level, you are able to hear or are aware of location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you.
Would that count as hidden if I'm blindfolded? Because if it wouldn't, then I wouldn't do it. But if it would, then I would do it.
You are able to hear and aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you. It's not the same as blind sight.
Right.
is the only thing.
I'm aware
So-
of where he's at because I can hear him.
Right. I'm gonna say no because you are still blind. You know where he's at, but you don't know where his arms are doing. You don't know, what his position is.
Okay.
You're
Then I won't
completely
blindfold myself. Then if that won't work. Okay.
okay.
So I'm ready.
But you do have advantage then on your first go.
Okay.
So whatever what you want, what would you like to try? What is your first action? I'm giving you first go too because he's not in a ready stance. He's kind of letting his guard down, trying to see what you're going to do.
I want to run up, slide in between his legs, and whack him in the nuts.
Okay, go ahead and roll acrobatics or athletics. Oh my goodness. this might actually work.
Damn.
Oh, roll it twice. You got advantage on that. As you start sprinting towards him, he starts to raise his arms a little bit, trying to see what you're exactly trying to do. And then as you get some speed, you dash and slide underneath between his legs, and he's kind of surprised at the tactic. But right when you reach up and kick him in the nether regions, he falls like any mortal would to a little bit to his knees and kind of lets out a little bit of a spit take, if you will, as he kind of clutches his manhood. He gets kind of back to, he's like, fighting a little dirty. You have advantage. He's staggering. I would say he's kind of reeling from that. What would you like to do next while you have him kind of?
Is he facing me? Am I behind him?
He's trying to turn around right now. He's kind of in pain, kind of turning. But he's
I'm
starting
gonna
to
jump
kinda-
up on his back and ride him like a piggyback and bop him in the ears.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
go ahead and roll with advantage again. Oh my
30.
god, by 1 point. So you jump on his back like an angry spider monkey, and you start whacking him in the ears and beating him over the head. It's very disorienting, and actually you get him to stumble just a moment as he's still trying to get his balance from the previous blow. You kind of get him off his balance and make him fall to the ground. He goes, "This is not a good day."
Hey,
Gets up
I
and
offer
kinda-
him my to help him up.
He stands up. He goes, "I can tell that you fight to win. I will admire that, but I'm not a fan of your fighting style, little one."
Yeah, when you're a little one, you have to take every advantage you can get. I don't have the strength or the skill of Cronus. I can only do what I can do. But just remember, there's a lot out there like me. You have to be ready for everything. You cannot expect your opponent to fight as fair as you will.
True words. And he looks over at all the other soldiers, and I hope everyone listens to every word of that advice.
Has Callie come over yet?
So let's go over to Callie. Callie, you were with Hercules at another training field, a little bit off. You were kind of walking with him towards the field, and you see the soldiers up ahead training as you walk towards it alongside Hercules.
Before we get there, I'm gonna purposely slow down because I'm almost certain he's gonna match my pace. Just want you. Do you want to explain, or do you want me to ask?
He kind of smiles at you unknowingly. He goes, "What do you mean, Callie?"
I know losing what you did and getting it back is hurtful in many ways, but that doesn't shake your confidence. Something did. What is it?
It's just a alien feeling, unusual experience to have strength just fade. It's only happened once or twice before in my whole life, and this is the hardest it's ever been. My strength is still not where it needs to be, and that does give me a little concern.
Well, if I've learned anything from half of the group I follow, raw strength isn't everything. Perhaps it's time for
From
you
what
to
I
learn a new
hear,
way too.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Perhaps it's time for you to start learning other ways to fight as.
Perhaps, or perhaps it's time to let someone else speak, do more of the talking.
Sure. Wait, what? No. Sort of have stuff to do if you mean me.
What's that?
You're not talking about me, right?
It's really not a discussion for now, but
Good.
will you see how everyone responded to you when you and the rest of Kruda arrived? Tales of what you and your friends have accomplished since our short time away has come everything that the city talks about.
Yeah.
You'll see. When it comes time to speak, they will listen to you, Callie.
Are there people going to speak out against me? I have to convince people? What is going on?
You're worried about too much too soon. But I think what this whole experience has taught me is that strength does eventually fade. But those that would listen when one speaks or follows when one leads, the kind of strength I think that lasts.
And that's the only thing you were worried about when you were giving your rousing speech up there. Right? The shadow.
I am concerned I will not be where I need to be when the time comes. But I assure you, I will be there giving it my all. Nothing has changed with or without my powers.
That I never doubted. I do still think
Well,
you're
then-
hiding something, but I don't know what it is.
You can do an insight check if you want. I mean, he's being truthful. It sounds like he's struggling with his role in Olympia. You know, he feels like a lot of his leadership and abilities were tied to some of his bigger than life accomplishments and stuff. And he's confident and sound in his ability to lead the people of Olympia and stuff still, but it's definitely shaking it a little bit with him not being who he was. It's a lot to kind of not only lose the powers, but then once they, the thing that caused them to go away has been resolved, they're trickling back and nowhere near what they used to be. And that's really kind of got him very concerned. That's weighing heavily on him at the moment.
We'll be alright. Just means things change. Time to change with it, Hercules.
And once you're back to join us for good, Kelly, maybe you can help us with such a thing. At this point, you both hear the commotion coming across from the training fields. It sounds like where Damon was training is that there's a large ruckus coming over from over that way.
Ooh.
Hercules catches the attention of the noise and he goes, "Do you want to go see what that's all about?"
I really do. I have some stuff riding on it.
He chuckles and he follows you and starts going over the direction of the noise. And you see, kind of from, kind of standing, kind of collecting themselves, standing up at this point, Damon trying to get back to his feet, and standing before him is a little halfling that you know to be Celine. Hercules kind of immediately kind of lets out a chuckle, but he tries not to be too loud to be disrespectful, but he's definitely taken aback as this is a peculiar sight, and he's definitely feeling lighthearted in the moment as he starts to kind of laugh, and it's not doing a great good as he tries to conceal his otherwise loud laugh.
So, how's the training going over here?
I give her a wink. Not bad. Damon's showing me some stuff.
Well, he does do that quite a bit.
Damon, once kind of collected, he comes over to you, Callie, and says, "Thought you were going to forget about us. Ride off into the sunset from one of the tales I hear before coming back to get us."
I
It's
would
good to see
never
ya.
leave you here. You wouldn't let me.
It's good to have you all back. Have you back.
Likewise. You hurt other than, in the unseeable parts?
Nothing that I won't recover from. Nothing that you or Nerissa hasn't done to me as a younger boy.
Just kind of looks over at
I'll get
Celine
through
and
it.
kind of nods. You survived
But-
before.
Your coming, I'm sure, brings good news. I'm eager to hear. Hercules will then kind of interrupt and say, "We'll all be eager to hear it. Let's get together this evening, eat, and learn what we went, and that's what you've come to share with us, little ones."
Did he just call us
All
little
you are-
ones?
To
Yes,
be
you're
fair,
all
he's taller
technically
than
shorter
Cronus.
than all. He's technically taller than all of you.
Mm.
Cronus Lorna, he kind of means that more just maybe more as a joke. But he'll kind of, that's gonna be what he says. Just like about getting together for a festival, a feast, if you will, for the return of Aphrodite's daughter.
I should go to the temple at some point before that or after. One of those.
Yeah.
While
might
we're all
be.
still here, Callie, I believe you owe Salim and myself 100 gold each for beating up a brother here.
That I do. Hands it up. I didn't tell them how, to be fair.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
Oh, I hand Cronus and Salim 100 gold each.
I said it out loud about she paid us to beat him up.
And then I mentioned I didn't tell them how to do it. So still technically fair. Just incentivized.
Sander kind of, or I'm sorry, Damon looks a little taken aback at first at the blunt honesty, but then just starts to laugh it off. Well, perhaps you can get me some drinks this evening.
Of course. I mean, come on, you were giving the recruits splinters. Like, you needed some other way to channel.
All right. Well, I'll get cleaned up. Shouldn't take me too long, but I'll meet you in the council room, Hercules, as he and sisters and brother. And we can discuss what we have to share. What lies ahead, and he kind of excuses himself to kind of go start getting cleaned up and prepared for a bigger discussion of what has transpired and what you guys have come to say. Hercules nods in agreement. Nerissa, Thalia, help the others, find a place for them to dwell. Bring them to the capital. Of course, they could find a room there, set them up, and then bring them to the War Council room once ready. Nerissa nods, and she kind of starts walking away, not really waiting for you guys, but is there anything else you guys would like to say or do before you start following Nerissa?
Not that I can think of.
No,
Right.
I just start clapping people on the shoulder as we walk out.
More and more people kind of stop you. Again, more revelry and name calling from the crowd, but it eventually seems to level out a little bit to some reasonable level. And eventually, Nerissa takes you back to the main temple where a lot of the leaders are of Olympia, and she finds you all rooms of very extravagant proportions and very bougie details and comforts. Callie, I believe you know where the War Council room is. When you and your friends are ready, we'll see you there. And she kind of leads you all to some privacy before you guys regroup. You guys can do as you wish here real quick. Have a quick powwow, or let me know what you guys want to do, or head to the War Council.
Okay, real quick before we go to this War Council. Anybody else get a weird feeling?
I mean, a little bit.
Okay, not just me. Cool.
No,
What it is, no idea.
Right. I don't know if we should be worried or... I don't know. Are you worried?
I don't know. I mean, Thalia's always like that. Actually, they're all always like that, but something just feels slightly off. Yes.
Should we be prepared for something?
I doubt it. I think that just there's something going on, and I don't know what it is.
I mean, besides the war looming over our heads?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
I mean, sort of obvious as Hercules' strength is not what it used to be, and I don't think it's going to be back by the time we fight completely.
Yeah.
That's not actually what I'm worried about. He is, but I don't know. I could just be paranoid.
I mean, you're all same family, so...
I did overhear a little bit of Lysander and Elia
Thalia.
talking about some scouts that they sent out and came back with reports, but I didn't catch what the reports were.
Okay. So assuming there's either darkness or something else. Yeah, it's probably that.
Yeah. Could just be that.
Well, no other way to find out than to go to the war room and see what happens.
Let's do it. We will head to the war room.
All right. As you enter this large circular room with grand pillars and an opening revealing kind of the Gulf area and the smashing waves along different bluffs and rocks sticking out of the ocean, You see various seats around a room of the circular room. Hercules sitting at the foremost center one, with Nerissa, Thalia, Damon, Lysander, and your seat also there, with some of your seats prepared for your friends to sit alongside you, Callie, and a few other demigods and representatives of the Olympia. Hercules will open and say, "Our daughters return to Olympia, and as much news to share and tell. We wait for what you've come to tell us here." And he kind of opens the floor to you to kind of share what you've come to share and say what you've come to say.
Right. So Callie's going to go into a long, sort of slightly more detailed than what I'm going to say, which is basically, in a nutshell, the darkness under Chernobog is forming an army. The Dark Empress is Snow White's stepmother. Going to attack Medea. That's where we plan on taking them down and destroying this cycle of darkness forever. We need help.
And how do we plan to bring down a fortress in the sky?
Carefully. Actually, no, not carefully at all.
Sort of hoping to. I mean, the last time we brought down something that was flying, it crash landed.
Yeah.
With the help of dragons. We also had that.
Lysander kind of breaks the tension lightly and says, "At least they've got experience."
Exactly.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I mean, it's better than trying to do it for the first time again.
That is true.
Lysander will then kind of speak up. "It's true the darkness has receded back. Latest scouts and reports along the border say there hasn't been an attack along any of our neighboring cities or villages out in the outskirts. It's been some time since any kind of creature has wandered from the Thorn Forest from the east. And you guys remember that being the place where you guys went and encountered Maleficent and everything. This is possibly the best time for us to start getting a little bit more involved in the outside of our kingdom," as he kind of looks over to Hercules. Hercules kind of nods with what Lysander shares, but he kind of looks back over to you, Callie, for anything else you are wanting to add, or you or any of your friends are wanting to add.
He's right. If we stay here and do nothing, we might be the only kingdom doing that. I think in this case, I mean, you might be the only one doing that. My spot's already spoken for.
Nerissa will speak up, or I'm sorry, Thalia will speak up and say, "Cause is noble and true, but can mortals be trusted in a war of such proportions? This is not between kingdoms and versus man. This is against everything that kind of brings us all into being. This is beyond the gods. This is this is beyond the gods' planes and rules and laws.
Mm-hmm.
This is a huge undertaking for mortals to go to war with a dark god, essentially, and its minions."
True.
Yes.
But if we don't, if we don't fight because it's Sounds damn near impossible. What's the point of even being able to fight things? May as well just kneel and accept the new Dark Lord.
And yet,
Nurses speaks. Oh, go ahead.
and yet, everybody who we have talked to, they've all agreed to help us. Knowing that this fight is the end of the world. If we lose. I don't think it matters whether or not you're humans fighting against a god or anything else. But the fact that you're doing it, knowing what could happen.
There's an old phrase, die on your feet than rather live on your knees.
If we fall, the darkness will wash all over us. And Damon speaks up and says, and if we do nothing, the same might be
Darkness will
true.
watch over us. Mm-hmm.
Because we cannot sit idly by and wait. We need to strike now. Strike fast.
Well, actually, we need to strike at this specific date in this specific place, but yes.
Will our men and kingdoms hold up in time?
I think so. We're getting more than we ever asked for.
The longer and longer, though. Or, I'm sorry, Thalia speaks up. Damon does bring up a good point. The longer and longer we wait to strike the fortress, to strike the Empress, the more and more our men and women have to fight a never-ending tide front lines, trying to destroy what remains of the Western Kingdoms.
You're right.
What is your plan and the others? What you mentioned Madeir. Who all have you rallied to this cause?
Everyone. Any
Gosh.
person.
Yeah. Callie's just gonna start listing kingdoms and kings and all of the different people we've talked to, or that she's heard we've talked to, that they've Crude has saved at some point, and just keeps going.
Hercules will then say, "You convince dragons and giants to fight side by side."
Mm. To be fair, we did promise to keep them on like as far away from each other as possible. But yeah.
Well, I imagine so. I don't know how such a thing. I would never thought I would ever witness something like that in my life.
Pretty sure it's going to be the only time it's going to happen.
So you'll probably want to be there to see it.
I've heard everyone's counsel, but I cannot. An act of indecision or non-action is cowardly and would do nothing for the people of Grey Coast in the long run. But more importantly, if we strand our allies and neighbors, fight this war on our own accord, we make it even that much more possible for them to be overcome. We will continue our training, what we've been doing since you've left us, Callie. And we will send our aid to the western continent. We will meet Emidir and we will help fortify their lines. He looks over at Damon and Thalia and says, I want you all to begin assembling all soldiers that you deem fit and ready to begin fight in the war to ship sail to Madeira immediately. I do not know how. Not that I lack, or not that the soldiers there are not giving it their all. But you guys
They
did
didn't
mention
tell
when
them.
you guys like a 2.5 weeks or so, or so like that.
Yeah,
You-
Callie would have given the timeline.
They're going to need every bit of time that they can if we are not to strike for 2 weeks in time. He looks over at you group. Garuda, Greycoast will be there to answer the call.
Thank you.
And may we put this to rest. And so no generation ever has to experience this light of the darkness ever again.
Yes,
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Should we
if there's nothing.
drink to that?
Hercules kind of chuckles a little. He goes, of course. You can't have a good war council meeting without drinks and food afterwards. Prepare the halls, follow me. And you've already, as he kind of gets up, the brothers and sisters all get up. And if you all follow him out, he'll lead you through the halls. There you guys continue. You can chat and ask questions if you're interested or want to ask anything else. But it's eventually dark now because you guys did arrive in the evening hours. It is officially dark. And it seems like the town has been busy in preparation of the news of you guys, or since the news of your arrival today, and they've been able to put together a magnificent feast. You see lights, the town, all torches and lanterns and things lit across the city as you guys walk through the big columns in the hallways, and see across how it just kind of the lanterns and lights kind of dance on the water, almost overwhelming the stars that kind of reflect in the water. There's just so many lights floating around. And you guys do find your way to a wonderful banquet hall in the midst of the festivities. And there you all are met with drink, food, games, and dancing. Is there anything you guys like to do as you guys are seated and large portions of food, grilled and smoked beast, and various other exotic foods are brought to your tables?
I feel like Lorna pulls out the alchemy jug of beer and just starts pouring.
So I feel like there's a lot of like probably clear liquor and wine would be the main drinks. That just seems right.
Yeah. Which is why she's like,
Uzo.
here's something different. Try this carbonated stuff.
To be fair, it is the wine that'll like knock you on your ass within like 2 to 3 cups. For most people.
Exactly. Just like beer. She can drink more of it.
Well,
Yeah, Callie's just having fun.
familiar faces, people that you haven't seen in some time, Callie, even before you left to go on these adventures with Garuda. Some of you haven't seen since your early days in the temple, but it seems all sorts of people have come and are celebrating through the streets. Those that can't eat in this grand hall are celebrating on the edges, and the party is going wonderfully. As things progress, and Hercules starts to, you'll notice, Callie, that Hercules is no longer at the head of any table. You don't see him in the room immediately, but you do kind of see him at the, you see him kind of at the edge of the room, near like a terrace, a little bit off to himself, and just kind of staring out into the horizon as the sea breeze kind of flutters his lion cloak behind on his back.
I think she'll probably take note of it and assume it's the same thing we were talking about earlier. And leave him to his contemplating his own non-god half. I guess coming into play more.
Indeed.
And go back to flirting with whoever's near her.
There are plenty of eligible bachelors that will enjoy the flirtation, and you all are entertained with all sorts of drinks and libations, and various different activities going on as people are celebrating, playing little games local to Grey Coast. But the night eventually comes winding to a close where everyone must retire to their rooms. And is there anything else you guys would like to do before you guys go to bed?
Salim wants to go out and get a tattoo.
All right.
Another one? Okay.
Yeah, I've got Locky on one arm. I want to get Hermes on the other arm.
Oh my god.
Who do you think runs
And
the
then I'm
tattoo
gonna
shops?
And I'm going to get Set on my chest.
Oh my goodness.
Man. So wait, you're getting Hermes or Hades?
Hermes.
Hermes, okay.
Hermes is supposed to be the
Trickster god,
equal
but he's
of-
not
yeah.
the. He's not
Equal
the
of Loki.
one. No, that's Hades.
Locky's the trickster. Right?
Yeah.
And Hermes is supposed to be similar to him.
Right. No, you are correct. I'm just saying if this was related to the Cave of Wonders thing, it was
Hades.
Hades, not Hermes. But Hermes is if I see
If you're
what
going
you're
for the
going
tricksters, you're good.
You're good.
Hermes is
Yeah. Okay.
So
Roll
it's-
me
it's
a
that staff with the snakes around it, the medical. I think that's the
Caduceus.
symbol.
yeah. Give me a medicine check.
Medicine?
Yep. I guess Constitution check.
Yeah, I think his constitution check would be fine with that roll. Mm.
Mm. So is that a 15 then? Because
15.
oh wait, that's a save, not a
Oh.
check.
Where would you do a constitution check at?
You should
On
just
the
do it.
left side where you have like the big numbers, just hit the
Gotcha,
word
gotcha.
constitution. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. Salim, as you get this next tattoo, it's a decent quality and craftsmanship, but this burns and is sore a whole lot more than the previous tattoo. With that medicine check, you're gonna want to make sure you do some light healing or some restoration magic or just general potions to kind of stave off whatever infection or bacteria that you might be having going on with that tattoo.
Sure.
But kind of ironic that it's the medical symbol tattoo. But
So I go
You do
find
get a
Narissa
tattoo.
and I say, hey, can you help heal me?
she kind of looks at you and said, "I don't do that kind of thing."
So does Hermes have any daughters?
Shebas.
She rolls her eyes and
That
you see her
depends on how much money you want to wake
this-
up with,
this
man.
this container that holding her drink. She pops it open and you see kind of water flow out of it, and she's kind of bending the water, almost twisting and turning, and eventually the water goes across where you've got the tattoo. It's cool to the touch, and eventually it bends itself and winds back into the container at her waistline. And the stinging and the burning has gone down. It's definitely red and inflamed, but you're not feeling the same burning at the moment.
Thank you very much. You have very beautiful eyes. I love that color green.
Give me a persuasion check, Salim. Salim, you soften her otherwise cold or serious exterior, and she starts to. You finally get her to smile or laugh at some of your quips and jokes. You're welcome to talk to her for the rest of the evening before morning rises.
Sure thing. One of my things and my characteristics. I'm a sucker for a pretty face.
Well,
Honestly,
then,
I think Callie has the same one.
give me another persuasion check, Salim. All right. You will not get a long rest. You're gonna be a little tired in the morning. um, I'm not saying why you're tired in the morning, but you
No.
did not get the full 8 hours like the rest of
You
your
know,
group in the
though,
morning.
in a similar vein, Callie ends up sneaking back into her room like way early in the morning.
Into whose
Ooh.
room?
My room.
Oh,
From where, though? Dun,
you're
dun,
all
dun.
just a bunch of hussies.
Yeah.
I am literally the daughter of Aphrodite. I grew up in a temple to Aphrodite. Yeah.
To be
Fair
fair,
enough.
Cronus and Lorna
Never
are
hit it.
engaged.
Have been continuously hitting on both Cronus and Lorna most of the time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And completely ignoring me.
You know,
She
everybody
likes
has a
them
type.
tall.
Honestly, the concept, like,
She likes them
Like-
tall.
Mm.
honestly, the concept that Callie would not be the bigger one in that relationship's not lost.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a wonderful evening of rest, and you wake up to a fresh new day. A little rougher for some of you, and that's where we'll begin next session. As you guys, I think, head towards Galos and Cronus's and Lorna's impending nuptials.
That sounds scary.
Yeah.
Ugh. Impending. Ooh.
You getting fantasy cold feet?
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Hey,
All right,
Ma.
guys.
Pretty sure your
I
mother
will-
will force you down the aisle at sword point.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Got to go 2 places today, so that was fun.
Mhm.
I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy yourself.
See
Alright.
ya.
You-
Bye.
Everyone.